Good evening. Welcome to the Evening News. I'm your host for tonight, Catboy Kunhua. In the news. Now, this is breaking news that actually took place at the start of this show. I don't have, like, a background for it or any pictures because this literally just happened. Remember last week I told you that Rudy Giuliani had hired himself a lawyer, John Sale. Well, now he's fired that lawyer. Mm-hmm. Fired him. So apparently, MAGA stands for Muster Another Gaudy Attorney. Okay, now this is news out of Dallas. A bit of a sad tale. This is about a child. A 15-year-old boy was at the center of a Dallas County courtroom drama yesterday when he challenged a court ruling over who should have custody over him. The boy has a history of being beaten by his parents, and the judge initially awarded custody to the aunt, in keeping with child custody law of the regulation requiring family unity be maintained at the highest degree possible. But the problem is, apparently the aunt beat him as well, and every single other person that the judge suggested that apparently the boy had been abused by them as well. So finally, the judge allowed the kid to make the decision, who do you want to stay with? And the boy said, I want to stay with the Dallas Cowboys because they obviously can't beat anyone.
That's timely.
That's crazy.
Now, right here, it is Friends actress, the actress from the sitcom Friends, Jennifer Aniston, blames Marvel movies for the lack of good roles being offered to actresses like her, harkening back to the good old days in films before superhero movies. You know, when every superstar film was yet another fucking rom-com starring Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler, and it bombs. That was fun. Okay, now this is a true story and a very, very interesting, fascinating story, technical. It is a man in Texas, and this is a real machine right behind me. A man in Texas invented a clean water drinking machine that draws moisture from the air and turns it into clean drinking water. Now, this has been distributed in several areas where people have lost water because of hurricane damage and stuff like that. He took his elementary science knowledge of condensation to a whole new level. The possible solution for world's water crisis lies in the basic concept of condensation. This is the same technique that causes, beads of sweat on a glass of water or moisture when someone breathes on a window. This technology reminded me of something really cool. This is the same thing from the original Star Wars, where Luke Skywalker's Uncle Owen ran a moisture farm. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I pointed this fact out to the people who posted the story, and they said, that's really cool. How did things work out for Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru? Not great. Could be better, Anyway, moving on to other technical news. Amazon has just revealed Echo frames. Now, remember I showed you the Alexa thing. These are smart glasses with Alexa built right into them. It allows you to do things like turn off an alarm while screaming at your own face like a homeless lunatic. In Utah, a police officer showed a teen how to properly tie a tie during a traffic stop. He saw that the kid was on his way to a job interview and he didn't have his tie done properly. You could read all about this wonderful, heartwarming story in this week's issue of Things That Only Happen to White People magazine. You can find this on sale everywhere you find issues of U.S. Weekly. Now, according to the Washington Post, a man took LSD and fell into the lake at Disneyland Paris. Hours later, after the man fell into the man-made lake, it was near the Captain Hook's pirate ship. The man was found naked and confused. I'm telling you, what makes me confused about this story is the fact that this happened in Disneyland Paris and not Disneyland, Florida. Because that really sounds like a Florida man story. Now, as to where the man got the acid from, police have narrowed it down to these suspects. Okay, now, in late August, tragic story. The wife of U.S. diplomat Anne Sokoulas killed a British teenager in a road accident near London. Shortly after the accident, the woman fled the United Kingdom, claiming diplomatic immunity, despite the fact that she herself is not a registered diplomat. British officials have repeatedly requested the woman be returned to the United Kingdom regarding a criminal investigation, but U.S. officials have refused to comply. President Donald Trump actually weighed in on the incident, defending Sokoulas, defending her actions, saying, "We have all done this." I don't know what world you live in, but last time I checked, it's not Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah. Okay, and finally, last article we have tonight. According to an article in the New York Times, the effort to pressure Ukraine for political help provoked a heated confrontation in the White House last summer that alarmed John R. Bolton. He's that former Secretary of Defense who was let go. Then the National Security Advisor told an aide in the White House to inform the lawyers. Now, House investigators were told about this on Monday. Mr. Bolton got into a tense exchange on July 10 with with G. Gordon Sondland, the Trump donor turned ambassador to the European Union, who was working with Rudy Giuliani, the president's personal lawyer, of course. Now, the press was that he asked them to press Bolton was upset about the fact that they were pressing Ukraine to investigate the Democrats. Now, according to 3 people who heard the testimony. Now, it's not the first time Mr. Bolton expressed grave concerns about the campaign being run for Giuliani, as Bolton is quoted as saying, this is an actual quote, "Giuliani is a hand grenade who's going to blow everybody up." Personally, I think he looks a lot more like one of these exploding pumpkins that gets thrown by the Green Goblin in Marvel Comics.
Ow.
And that's the way you wish it wasn't. I'm Catboy Kuhn.